What's snappin' Interstuvels? I am and this is I Played a Thing, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2. Last time we learned about the Nanto Goshasei, the 5 guardians that protect the last Nanto general. 3 of them promptly died. The 4th, Fudo, is currently hanging out with us, and there's another one representing the ocean who we have not yet met. Also, on the subject of the last Nanto general, we learned that is Yuria, Ken's special lady. How is she not a pancake? Perhaps today's adventures will tell. Let's get going.
Yuria が生きていた。
ケン、あなたとの約束を守れなかった。
それほどにこの俺を、ユリア、死ぬな。奇跡か。傷一つ負ってはおらぬ。我らがお助けいたしました。お前たちもユリア様に仕えるなんと5社生の一戦、海のリア、
山の不動、ユリア様をお迎えに参りました。
なんと正統血統として死すべき時もユリア様を守護するのが我らの務め。ならばこの神が守り抜いてみせるわ。いえ、恐怖の暴挙性が近づいております。ラオウが
神様、ラオウの性格は知っているはず。ユリア様の心が開かねば無言のもとに殺しましょう。
早く行け。ユリアが死んだとなればラオウもうまい。
神様、あなたはあえてユリア殺しの悪名を。
生かせ。いずれ俺かケンシロウ、どちらかが再びユリアの前に。その時まで決して死なすでないぞ。
正体読めた。従者の魂を蘇らせる人間はこの世にたった一人。この剣王にふさわしい女、ユリアの他にないわ。ユリア、従順か死か選ぶがいい。世が世なら万の軍勢を操る天才軍師よ。この部屋全体が殺気に凍りついておるわ。もはやここまでだ、ラオウ。策を浪して時間を稼ごうというのだろうが、すぐに片付けてくれるわ。
ケンシロウ様、早くこちらです。
ラオウのもとに案内していたのではないのか。
何を言われます。今ここでユリア様と落ち合うことになっているのです。
ユリアとは会えぬ。ラオウある限りユリアに生はない。
ケンは
申し訳ありませぬ。どうしても引き止めることはできませんでした。
私はあの人を待つために生きてきました。待ち続けるのが私の宿命。そしてケンとの約束、ラオウとの戦いを終えて帰ってくるまで。 待ちましょう。いつまでも。
さあリハク、あの世に行くがよい。
ラオウ、そこまでだ。震える暴挙性、死すべき時は来た。
哀れ、ついにユリアを諦めたか。ケンシロウ泣き、ユリアはこのラオウがもらってやるわ。
ケンシロウ様、なぜユリア様と逃げなさらぬ。あなたの力ではまだ暴挙性ラオウ。
Well, some important developments there. First of all, Yuria is still alive because of the Nantogo Shasei, who take their jobs very seriously and are good enough at them to keep her from dying of a swan dive off a building. Rao's fucking me up a bit here. Also, we have met Rihaku of the Ocean, the last of the Nantogo Shasei. Whoop. I was supposed to counter that, didn't quite pull it off. Rihaku does have an entry in Seikimatsu Hao-Retsuden, which is somewhat surprising. He did a little bit of fighting in the anime, but in the manga, he was a complete non-combatant. He is, however, a lowly ranked D, being mainly a strategist who specializes in traps. Rihaku's deception, anyone? Those of you who have played Lost Paradise, without being acquainted with the previous material, may remember Rihaku appearing as a doctor in that game. Lost Paradise is pretty much an original story, just using the same characters and some of the same plot points. So Rao, charming fellow that he is giving Yuria the opportunity to either ally with him or be killed. Speaking of being killed, it looks like that's fairly likely to happen to me. There we go, a little Meridian Shock, courtesy of Awakening of the Senses. Almost got his first life bar down. I'm at the very ass end of my own. I was hoping maybe this fight would end not too long after I ended his first life bar, but that does not appear to be the case. Also, oddly enough, I don't seem to be doing much damage to him, and most of my attacks are making a clink sound as they bounce off of him, making this even more difficult. Sufficiently difficult that I just lost. But that was very sloppy on my part, I wasn't using my supers effectively, so let's try that again. Once more, with feeling.
ケンシロウ泣き、ユリアはこのラオウがもらってやるわ。
ケンシロウ様、なぜユリア様と逃げなさらぬ。あなたの
Certainly off to a better start this time. Also, is it me or is it kind of impressive that Rao could figure out that Juza was talking about Yuria just because he was so passionate and protective of her? And can't be that hard to believe that there wasn't anyone else that that Juza felt passionately about. Although, thinking about Juza's personality, come to think of it, that isn't so hard to believe. Because he is, of course, a very free-spirited type. That's pretty much the entirety of his character concept there. So there probably aren't too many people that he cares about the same way he does Yuria. Oh, dearie me. That's not good. I get sucked in an awful lot from that big kick and grab combination whenever I go in for my weak attack to strong attack kind of dealie. That's not working out so well for me, and I've got to be a little more careful about it. Now the big man's got some dodging skills too. That clinking white aura of his. I guess that's just sort of a hyper armor thing because I am doing damage to him.
すでに奴の肉体は二度砕けているはず。なんという悲しい目だ。まさかこれが龍拳が最後に言った北斗神拳究極奥義無双転生。
この世で最強のものは無。その無より転じて生を拾う。それが無双転生。それは悲しみを背負った者のみが成し得る。選ばれた男とのみ戦い、流されていった血がケンシロウ様に脈打つのだ。戦いの悲しみがケンシロウ様の体にあらゆる奥義を刻みつけていった。その悲しみが深ければ深いほ
ど。バカな、このラオウが震えて。
それが恐怖というものだ、ラオウ。
この俺が末帝のケンシロウに恐怖を認めぬ。ましてや俺は北斗の長兄。俺に交代はない。あるのは全身勝利のみ。無双転生など美に砕いてやるわ。受けてみ。このラオウの無敵の剣天正本烈を。
俺にも交代はない、ラオウ。
今こそ野望を果てる時だ。
この目をえぐれ、この腕を砕け。されどお前には死あるのみ。
いかん、最後の仕掛けが伏せて。
ユリア。
ラ
運は我にあり。やはり天はこのラオウを望んでいるのだ。
ユリア様。
早く手当てをしてやれ。あなたの力を読めなかったばかり。余計なこと、この利白、一生の深く。いいんだ。ラオウを今倒され、触れるもの全てを打ち砕く荒れ狂う暴挙性となろう。
My goodness, that's one of the shorter chapters we've encountered, but an eventful one. The good news is, Ken has now mastered Muso Tensei, the ultimate skill of Hokuto Shinken. What Muso Tensei actually does is never particularly clearly outlined in the source material. The main thing behind it, and the way that's usually depicted, is that it pretty much makes the user insubstantial. They can just kind of slide around not being hit by anything. Whether that whole tapping into the spirits of his departed allies and rivals has anything to do with Muso Tensei mastery, I couldn't really tell you. The key behind Muso Tensei, as was mentioned, is that it can only be mastered by someone who has truly embraced sadness. What the game didn't mention, and I think I remember correctly on this, although I'm sure someone will let me know if I'm wrong, is that in the 2,000-year-old history of Hokuto Shinken, Muso Tensei had never been successfully used. Kenshiro is the first one to do it. So yeah, that's the good news. The bad news is, Rao has taken Yuria. And seeing as he's already said he has no qualms about killing her, that's bad. So we're gonna have to catch up with him as quickly as possible. For now though, let's take care of our scrolls. Oh, we didn't actually get any, so we don't need to worry about that after all. And yep, we now have access to Muso Tensei as a super. The effect of it in this game, if memory serves, is it just flat out makes you invincible. And hey, even though he beat the crap out of us, we repelled Rao. For now. And man, did that, what's it called? Tenacity. Man, did that tenacity ever save my ass again. Such a good ability. Let's see, what else is on my mind? Nothing terribly important that I can think of. Oh yes, I do recall that I have one more super that I haven't had a chance to use yet. The Hokuto Ujo something or other. So when I have the opportunity and have some free meter to throw around, I will show that off, as well as Muso Tensei. There we are, the Compassionate Flying Slash. And yeah, Ken, I'll just bet you're going to ask. You're going to ask so nicely and politely about where Rao is, I'm sure. And hey, we can send people into ecstasy now, just like Toki. Did I kill the commander with that? Looks like I killed him outright. Very nice technique. And there it is, Muso Tensei. But it requires 5 super bars, and I don't even have that in my maximum yet. So I'm going to have to increase my aura a little. using my scrolls before I can pull that one out. We apologize for the delay. One more, and we know what to do with him. Wow, A rank. I'm a little surprised. Thought I was a bit messy there. Oh, I'm sure that can be arranged. Wow, did we ever see that before? Someone getting down and begging for mercy? I can't remember ever noticing that. Of course, this is Kenshiro, so it didn't do a whole lot of good. You know, that makes me think of something that I've always wondered. Unfortunately, it's something the series never actually thought to explore, and I think this is in part because Buranson and Tetsuo Hara, the writer and artist of Fist of the North Star respectively, are very protective of Kenshiro. And I've always thought it would be interesting if they did an arc exploring the idea of Kenshiro getting the wrong guy. Basically, in response to some atrocity, going after someone who it turned out was not actually responsible for it. I have to wonder exactly how he'd deal with that. But it never happens. Ken is always right. I suppose it's helpful in that regard that the Fist of the North Star villains are always very overt. It's kind of a black and white world.
言わせていただきます。ケオ様、不動の村へ。何？不動。貴様がケンシロウだな。お前の首、燃えゆける。
Actually, Rao is probably the closest thing to Shades of Grey in the Hokutoverse. I mean, we know Rao is not a good dude fundamentally. He's got no problem with killing Yuria. And, I mean, his star is, in this case, the Star of Tyranny, although I usually see it translated as the Star of Violence. And he's generally a pretty tyrannical dude. Fundamentally, the reign of Rao is a reign of terror, he rules through fear, but his intentions are arguably good.
Yuria, ウヌはこのラオウに情けを。このラオウ、 や剣王の名はいらぬ。魔王となりてケンシロウを血の海に砕き沈めてやるわ。
何？ユリア様が？
何とぞ不動様の助けを。
戦って不動の父さん。僕たちなら大丈夫。父さんの息子だもの。何あれ。
不動、ウヌが動かずともこちらから出向いてやるわ。万人に慕われる善の不動だが、今の俺に必要なのはウヌの中に流れる鬼の血。不動よ、鬼神となって俺と戦え。さもなくば子供は全て殺す。
家老、ついてこい、ラ
オウ。かつてこのラオウが唯一その存在に恐怖した男よ。
参りました。カスどもめ、鼻から敵ではないわ。
不動とか申したか。お主、者の命を何と心得。
命？考えたこともないわ。母も知らぬ、父も知らぬ、故に命も知らぬ。なんだ貴様。
ラオウ、動けぬか。鬼には勝てぬか。
確かにあの頃は倒し奪い喰らい飲む悪鬼の生活だった。だがあの時、なんだ小娘、俺が怖くないのか。何を隠しておる。どけ。
生まれた。暖かいでしょう。これが命よ。
俺はそれまで命などはウジ虫のごとく湧き出るものと思っていた。しかし俺はその子犬のあまりのか弱さにたじろいだ。そして幼かったユリアに知るはずのない母を見た。お許しくだされ、ユリア様。この不動、汚れなき命のため鬼神となって戦おう。
恐怖など飲み込んでくれよう。貴様の血とともに。よいか、このラオウの体。一歩でも退いたら容赦はいらぬ。この背に向かい全夜打ち放て。もし退くようならこのラオウの死、弟に勝てぬただの愚形。工藤、俺の血をすする気で来い。さもなくば貴様に勝ち目はないぞ。
Alright, couple brief observations before I pause for a resync. First of all, that's another point against the whole Rao did nothing wrong approach. He's perfectly willing to kill kids if Fudo won't sack up and face him, and I don't think he's bluffing. Second, that scene in Fudo's backstory there, where Yuria shows him the puppy and puts it in his hand, that honestly sometimes chokes me up a little when I revisit it, because, in part, well, I love dogs. Anyone who's watched my stream will not be surprised by this. And also, in the manga, there's a line that Yuria has that she doesn't have here, which is, "You and I were born like this once upon a time." And I just find that really touching. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, it doesn't make it completely clear here, but Rao is saying to his army that he wants all of his troops to shoot him with the arrows. He's not talking to Fudo or any of Fudo's people there. Anyway, resync, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, that ought to do it. Let's throw down. Knocked him a little far away for that. This Fudo's got some pretty good knockback on some of his techniques. But he can still use his air grab on Fudo, which is pretty impressive. But then again, we know Rao is a pretty strong dude. Ah, the super breath didn't do a whole lot. Nice counter there, Fudo. That, on the other hand, not so swift. That's one health bar. And a Meridian Shock. Of course, that first Meridian Shock didn't actually do me any good because we were waiting for the next life bar to begin. Oh well, this one worked. We've also got a stage hazard now. Damn it, Fudo, aim. You have to aim, my friend. I'm a little bit hurty. Turkey will fix that right up. That probably wasn't necessary.
どこまでもゲスな奴らよ。敗れて命を拾おうとは思わぬわ。
勝ったんだよ。父さんは勝ったんだよ。あのラオウに。
そうか、これからはその手でこの子供たちを、そしてこの時代を抱き包んでくだされ。
悲しみを知る人間こそ強者。悲しみを知らぬ人間に勝利はない。燃え盛る炎もこの完璧なる肉体を焼くことはできぬ。されど悲しみはこの肉体を凌駕するというのか。俺を恐怖させたもの、それは愛か。ならばケンシロウに勝つ道は一つ。ユリアよ、このラオウ、未だ愛を知らぬゆえに悲しみが見えぬ。愛とは、悲しみとは、知る術は一つ。ユリア、お前の命をくれい。
ケン、あれは
ラオウが呼んでいる。リン、バット、お前たちがこの最後の戦いを見届けるのだ。
Another pretty short chapter there. It kind of comes out of nowhere when Rao talks about how Fudo's body has already started to die, because I wasn't actually doing that badly against him. In the manga and the anime, of course, Fudo had been severely fucked up by that point and was indeed like bleeding from everywhere and pretty much ground into the ground. But that's what you get when you convert things to an interactive medium, I suppose. Also, wow. Rao doesn't think he can learn love or sadness if he doesn't murder Yuria. That's messed up, and I'm not even sure I follow his logic there. Well, I guess I do, because just like Kenshiro and Juza, Rao and Toki both loved Yuria back in the day. Hell of a woman. Anyway, in order to do Muso Tensei, I'm going to have to put together a few more combos, increasing my aura. Unfortunately, I didn't get any new scrolls for that here, but hopefully I'll have enough. We've now got Fudo in Dream, although again, we will probably not be doing that. Now let me see if I can make a decent arrangement for improving my aura. It's at 28 now. There we go. Hopefully that'll be enough. Made a couple of multi-combos here, which should be helpful. Got 3 in aura and 3 in defense now. And 2 in, whatever that is, technique, I think. That one's probably not going to be that exciting. Most importantly, I've still got my tenacity on. I don't have a combo for my health anymore, which is slightly concerning, but yeah, hopefully this will be enough to get me that 5th stock that I need for Muso Tensei. And I'll drop a save real quick. Now I think it's just about time for the final showdown.
Ken, 見ろよ。KO 軍だ。
りゃ国王じゃねえか。国王様が乗ってねえ。まさか国王様はやられちまったのか。やけだ、やつらを止めろ。
Oh yeah, we get to take the driver's seat on Kokuo and get a little trampling action in. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a whole lot Kokuo can do, aside from that big jumping thing that's impossible to hit with. Well, not always impossible. There's me making a liar out of myself. I think he can only really do that and his short-range stomp, and that's pretty much it. Still, it's a fun little mechanic, however briefly it's used. You stomp through that car, Kokuo. Something else I think would have been a really neat mechanic is if during the Fudo vs. Rao fight, they did the thing where you actually had to force him back. Just drive him back over that line. Unfortunately, this game is rarely that sophisticated. We should be able to move on through the gate now. Yep, looks good. And I see I do have enough bar for the Musou Tensei now, so we can play around with that once we're back on our feet. In fact, I'll queue it up right now. Gotta say, for an enormous horse who's often described as being about the size of an elephant, Kokuo's got mad ups. It can actually be a little difficult to get Kokuo to do the short-range stomp, because, like, if you have any forward momentum at all, aside from the very minimum of speed, he'll do the big jump, like that. That's okay, we can big jump him right into the middle of a cluster of dudes. Or not. Not a very accurate attack, because you can't control yourself in midair at all. And he jumps kind of a long way. So I'm probably not going to get a very good rating for this. It's taking me longer than I'm sure the game wants. So I'm going this way now? Yes, I think that's correct. And I do like the way we can just stomp through these barricades without the slightest bit of pause.
ケンシロウ、ウヌの骨と北斗神拳1800年の歴史を葬るに、ここより他に場所はない。
ラオウ、お前が天を握ることはない。野望と共にこの地に眠るがいい。
もう天などどうでもよい。いや、俺が望んだ天とは貴様だったのかもしれぬ。最強の北斗を誇る者の名はラオウ。このラオウより真の強者の歴史は始まるのだ。
北斗究極奥義無双天聖の前に死あるのみ。ラオウ、貴様無双天聖を。
この俺もこの心を血に染めて悲しみを背負うことができたわ。生まれて初めて女を手にかけたわ。だがユリアの命が 俺に無双転生を吹き込んでくれた。ユリア、恨んでも構わぬ。
私に見つめられていてはつきにくいでしょう。私も天に帰りましょう。
涙。この俺が愛ゆえに俺はユリアを追い続けていたのか。だが今ユリアとケンシロウ二つを望むことはできぬ。許せユリア、我がうちに悲しみとなって生きよう。今すべてが終わる。
長かった。
互いに究極奥義をまとった今、無双転生は武器にならん。ゼロに戻ったのだ。行くぞケンシロウ。
Well, Big Brother done did it. He murdered Yuria. If it wasn't on before, it sure as hell is on now. Also, wow, that was enough for Rao to master the Musou Tensei himself. If I do remember correctly about it never being done before, 1800 years and nothing, and now 2 Musou Tensei users in the same generation. We had Toki, who very well could have been the successor himself. We've got Kenshiro, we've got Rao. I think it was mentioned by some character at some point that it's really a shame that the world chose to provide so many incredibly qualified successors at the same time, and that in any other era they would have been more than worthy successors in their own right. Although, if that had been the case, that would mean there'd be no one to be a check on Rao's power, and I think it's just as well that things didn't work out quite that way.
Kenshiro に憲法を。才なき者はいずれ剣を奪われ、ここより追放されましょう。ならば今のうちに引導を渡した方がこやつのため。その子
どうしたユリア。
戻った。ユリアに感情が。ラオウがいざないケンシロウが心を分け放ったわ。北斗の宿命を持つ男ラオウ、ケンシロウだが、北斗二人になんと一人、いつの日か天を二分して。
あの日から戦いは始まっていたのだ。ケンシロウ、来い。名もいらぬ、光もいらぬ。このラオウが望むものは 剣の勝利。
何？おお、ユリア様。
はい。あの時ユリア様の命を奪おうとした時、
我が内に悲しみとなって生きよユリア。ユリア、ウヌは時と同じくすでに死の病にその体を。
あと数ヶ月の命ならば何事にも抗うことなく天命の流れのままに生きようと思いました。
それで自ら動かずじっと待っていたというのか。己の幸せを放棄して
この私の命でこの世に光をもたらすのであれば。
殺せぬ。このラオウにこの女は捨てることはできぬ。ユリア、ウヌへの愛を一生背負ってやるわ。
おそらくラオウはユリア様の飛行を突き仮死状態にして病状を停止させたのである。ユリア様を殺しても無双転生はまとえぬ。ユリア様への愛、悲しみがラオウに無双転生。ラオウもまた北斗神拳伝承者の資格を持っていたという。皮肉にも天は二人の伝承者をこの世に送り出してしまった。
心地よき痛みというべきか。我らはこの日を待ち続けていたのだからな。神に感謝せよ。我が前にこれだけの男を送り出してくれたことを。
Four health bars. This could be a problem. Also, another heart opened by Kenshiro. Even in his and Yuria's childhood, he does seem to have that kind of effect on people. And that line by Rihaku was what I was thinking of, about it being a shame that so many incredible practitioners of Hokuto Shinken were delivered in the same generation. It just hadn't been said yet. Hey, don't just grab me out of the blue there and do half a health bar of damage worth on me. We got any treasure here? We do have treasure here. So I will make a run for it when I need to. Seem to be doing a little better playing a somewhat more defensive style here, as I had started to say there. I'm going to save my super meter for now so I can pull out a Muso Tensei, hopefully, at the moment of truth. Although if he keeps making me dodge quite so much, I may keep losing meter. There we go, finally got some good hits on him. Just a little too... Oh no, I did get the Meridian Shock. Excellent. Got that health back just in time to lose it all over again. Good job, Ken. I'll have to remember there's a Meridian Shock opportunity after that, if I live that long. Yeah, you definitely have to watch out for that big AoE of his. And for the grab. Can't forget about the grab. He's gonna shoot at me. I'm gonna dodge through, but I'm gonna be too far away. Oh well, at least it's pattern recognition. You can't always depend on that from me. Well, stop pulling out crazy shit all the time. If I were making use of my supers, I'd probably not be in quite such dire straits. But, want to save it for the big Muso Tensei if I can. Ah! I screwed up my dodge timing. Hey, actually got a combo hit on him. That's a rare treat. Easy with those supers there, Rao. There we go. The hell were you aiming, Rao? Same place I was incorrectly aiming, apparently. I see it is possible to dodge that grab. You just have a very limited window in which to do so. Uh-oh, here comes the AoE. And we're gonna dodge through that, and we're gonna beat the crap out of him. Good times. Oh dear. That was not actually what I meant to do. I'm going to try to pull out the Muso Tensei that— oh, damn it. Well, that's not terribly shocking. I wasn't really playing it the most efficient way there because I was hoping to pull out a Muso Tensei at the end and make it all dramatic and shit. Let's try that again. Nice counter there. This time I'm gonna break out a Muso Tensei as soon as I get the meter for it, just to show it off. That was a tight guard there on Rao's part. That was a rather nice counter on my part, I have to think. When he gets out of Meridian Shock and starts fighting properly again, then I'll use the Muso Tensei. Hey Rao. Hey Rao, look what I got for you. And now, as long as that holds out, he cannot do shit. I can just super armor through his moves and get some Meridian Shock in. As you can see, it lasts a pretty good long while, too. But now I gotta fight him proper like. I keep underestimating the range of that AoE thing he does. I think it's time to eat. Oh, just a baguette? Well, still helped me a fair amount. But yeah, that Muso Tensei, I got him halfway down before it ran out. So I think we can say that that one is worth the 5 meter it costs. Oh, I should have got a Meridian Shock there. I was totally on time for it. Hey, good timing. Sorry, sometimes I have to pat myself on the battle. Pat myself on the battle? Pat myself on the back a little bit. You jerk, I think I'm gonna Muso Tensei again. I really like the way Kenshiro kind of disappears for a moment whenever he passes through a Muso Tensei hit. Kind of gets the whole intangibility thing across. Rao breaking out the Muso Tensei there. Fortunately, his doesn't last nearly as long as Kenshiro's. I guess Ken's been using it for just that little bit longer, and he's a little handier with it. Of course, that's probably more consideration than the game is actually trying to get across, but I like to justify things that way sometimes, and I can find a good reason to. One good Yakuretsuken deserves another. Especially when the recipient happens to be in Meridian Shock and is taking more damage. Alright. Ah, that's more like it. A mere baguette is not enough to satisfy the health bar needs of Kenshiro. He's gotta have his meat and potatoes. Minus the potatoes. A little too far away there. Oh, I feel like I should have got that one. Big blast. Run in. Oh, if you're close enough, he won't actually do the projectile. Interesting. We've got him on the ropes.
俺の中に長兄ラオウへの思い、ユリアへの思いが生きている。天地を砕く豪剣もこの一握りの心を砕くことはできぬ。
お前の強さは愛を捨てた者と 心に愛を刻みつけたものとの違いと、時。
ラオウ、もう言ってもいいはずだ。あなたも愛は捨ててはいない。その心に愛を刻みつけたのだと。
言えぬ。それだけは死んでも言えぬ。愛を帯びるなど我が剣には恥辱。見せようぞ世紀末覇者ラオウの死に様を。ケンシロウ、貴様と俺は全てにおいて五分のはず。すでに見切っておったか。我が剣にはもはやお前を砕く力など残っておらぬことを。今こそ悟った。お前は熾烈なる友との戦いの中で生と死の狭間を見切ったのだと。友か。俺には友と呼べる男は時しかいなかった。見事だ弟よ。
兄さん。
ユリアさんが生きている。
行けい。ユリア、お前の命はあと数年は持とう。残る余生、ケンシロウと二人静かに幸せに暮らせい。さらばだケンシロウ、俺もまた天へ陶器のもとへ帰ろう。このラオウ、天へ帰るに人の手は借りぬ。我が生涯に一片の悔いが。
この暴力の荒野も恐怖によって統治するより術はなかった。しかし恐怖による統治に真の安らぎはありません。統一を果たしたラオウは自分が愛を持つ者に倒され取って代わられることを願っていたのでは。私にはそんな気がしてなりません。
ラオウよ、時と共に眠れ。俺はあなたの生き様を胸に北斗神拳伝承者として生きていこう。
絶対に追わないって約束したでしょ。
リン。
でもいつかきっとケンは帰ってくる。きっと。
So passes Rao, the great Ken-O, defeated in the end by the power of love. And a hellacious divot that Kenshiro punched into his sternum, but who's keeping track? So also ends what can be considered roughly the first half of the story, and the span of time that was covered by the first TV show. A lot of folks prefer to think of this as where the story ends, the rest of the manga and the second anime TV series generally not being considered up to the level of the first. And I think I would agree that the strongest part of Hokuto no Ken is from the beginning to the climactic battle with Rao. Personally though, I quite enjoy the second half. I think it's far from worthless, there's some very cool characters introduced and some neat little story angles. We will start checking that out next episode, and you can decide for yourself. As always, thank you very much for watching, and until next episode, take care. This is signing off. Today's Return to the Heavens has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Megasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnight, Patrick Bellinger, Jurogue, Martin Schowenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, Electric Keat, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikoskia, Kobo4231, Alex Beyer, Yuka Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, McCaffrey Crandall, Mystery Accent, Lakota, Mei Yanling, and other patrons with no regrets. Thank you everyone, it helps me out tremendously, and thank you to all subscribers, the folks in the comment section, and all you watchers out there. It is always a pleasure to have your company, and I look forward to next time. Until then, be good to you and yours, have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon.